If somebody pops up, that's cool. If not, that's cool. Alright, let's get it going here. Hey Bruce, what's going on, boss? This is an impromptu deal. I'm just gonna do glazing on a on a house. Um, so this is one of the rare times I truly have like nothing really happening today. It's a Friday. Um, quite peaceful, quite quiet. So I'll just spend a little time doing this, and you know. So that's basically what I'm doing today. And for the sake of the video, I'll explain the colors here. I got thicker, heavier plastic. I might be able to reuse this and just scrape the paint off. I had to re-spray paint my easel and everything, and then I shellacked it, and so. But it's titanium white, bird on birthday, little blue, cad red, and this time I got alizarin crimson, a little deeper red. So that's what's going on with the palette right now for today. And I'll dip into the dark blue and we'll mess around a little bit like this. Come up in here, like just play around with some cloud play or whatnot, just like that. I'll try to keep the stuff in the corner fairly dark if I can, just like so, and just play around just like that. Okay, now I'll use this. I think most of my head will be away from the screen because of the way I got everything positioned. But, you know, that remains to be seen. Of course, I'll do my. Oh, alright. Now, because it's much warmer in here, my blue is not going to blend as well when I put the glycerin on. Because it's got to be in the 70s. So, I'll blend what I can because it's extremely warm. So the glycerin already soaked through the paper. But that's okay because there's a workaround for that. And then again, I am on paper, not on canvas, so it's not going to sit on top. That's why it looks like this, because the glycerin already soaked through the paper. It only takes a split second for it to happen. But what I'm going to do is put the glycerin back on a little stronger. It's only the clouds, and the clouds are not really the most important deal. Okay, but I'm putting the glycerin back on because, like I said, this is on paper, so it's a little. I'll put it on a little thicker, just like that, and leave it be. The clouds, like I said, aren't really the most important. I'm going to take some titanium white, and what I'm going to do is just pop the titanium white right in the white areas, just like that. No more, no less. And I'm going to work these clouds into where that blue is. It gives me instant sky. Not like you're going to see everything, but you'll see. Still make them look presentable. Now I'll take my blender and I'll just blend it in because now I got the glycerin on there and it's still fairly wet, so I can play around with this, get rid of the streaks because the white, this thick white will help cover that up and it'll look more cloud-like as I'm doing it. I'm just wiping off the extra off the brush and you still should be able to see everything. Now if it's a little washed out, I can turn the light off and that kills some of that, so you guys can actually view it a little bit better than what's been happening. I have the cottage or the house taped off, so when I do this stuff it doesn't necessarily get overly blended. Okay. Now, I got two spots here that I have to get rid of. I'm just going to take the white paint right on the soft brush and pop a cloud in there. Just like that. And you just fade it away. Just like so. But that will pass as clouds because not really the focal point, but it just gives it a little something in there. But when you take a brush like this, I'll go on the bottom screen here, and it looks like that. Okay, not much you can really do but just to clean it out real good. And this is why I got the beater rack down here to get off the excess water. And I got a towel on my lap here, and I just dry it off, and then good as new. So feel free to ask questions or talk or whatnot. I noticed that when I am on live that people usually don't say jack. Maybe they're watching or whatnot. But anyway, I freehand sketched this little house. I used 2-inch thick masking tape and put the strips over there. Took a sharp X-Acto knife and just cut out like a sticky stencil, and that's it. So I can paint over it and do what I need to do, and then that's that. So even with the stencil, I'll still work from back to front. Okay, all right. So we'll get on with it here. Now, the only time I really need to use the glycerin is what you've seen just now. Okay, and that's about it, really. I'm gonna make a nice. I'm gonna get a thick brush. This is a oil painting. No problem. This is. I'll just keep talking. This is an oil painting brush. Real thick bristles, hog hair, stiff. Okay. Yes, you can use it for acrylic. Okay, but I'm gonna mix a pretty deep dark for the background trees and whatnot in the back of this place. So I'm going into my umber here. I'll pick a spot. I'm going into my blue. Okay, and mix both of those in there, which gives me an incredibly an incredibly deep green. But I want to darken that with some red. Get it nice, very dark. No glycerin. I don't need any glycerin. And I just want to shell out dark. I just want pure darkness right now. So I'm going with the trees behind the house. So I'm just popping in interesting little tree shapes, just like that. I'm mainly concentrating on the outside edge, just like that. Getting more of it. I'm just using the corner of the brush and pop a nice tree right behind the house here, just like this. All up in there. Got to leave spaces in there. Okay. Just like that. I'm going to keep it dark behind here too. As I'm doing this, I like to repeat the colors that I'm using also, which is the sienna, phthalo blue, and the alizarin crimson. Extremely dark stuff when you mix them together. Probably equal parts of all of it, because I just want dark right now. I put the little gaps in there toward the top, and we're going to build up off of that. Alright, so, and I'm checking it out. I'm looking at it, make sure I got what I need to get for it. There'll be a large bush here, but I'm not going to concentrate on that right now. I'm going to just deal with this deep green I have. You take it all a piece at a time, a part at a time. It'll slowly come together for you. Alright, okay, let's pop a little bit of yellow in this dark mix right now, just like this. Now see how it lightens it? still using the corner of the brush. Now there's no specific light source per se. Alright, well thank you, Bruce. There's no specific light source per se. I'm gonna have to lighten it up with some white, because even with this lighter green, it's gonna get darker and it'll blend a little too much into the background color. And I really don't want that. I want them to stand out a little bit. Okay, so I got a little bit of this happening here. Just the corner of the brush. Alright, and then I'll just lightly tap a nice little pattern here. Just like that. And I'll put some up around in here. Just like that. And I'll keep it going. I'm not going to get rid of the darks. Not necessarily for you to take all the darks out. Just like that. And join some up in there. And keep it just like that. I'll come up here on the top. Just like so. Keep those darks going. Let's zoom in a little bit so you guys can get a clearer picture of what I'm doing here. There. I'll come over on this side. That should get a picture of everything. Alright. And we'll just keep it moving. Little taps. Just like that. And we'll keep some of that moving around in here. Just like that. Some around in there. A couple in there. Brighten that up a little bit. There. That's about it. Let's zoom back out a second. Bring it this way. Bring it up above, because this is where we're concentrating things at. Alright. Now, with that wee bit of dark I just produced, alright, I'm just cleaning off my brush. And I'll probably be using this brush a lot for the foliage and such. So I'll keep it right here where I can easily get to it. I'll take my palette knife. Just get a smaller palette knife here. And we're going to get a little bit of the brown. I'll put it right about here. You should see that over there. Small touch of white. I don't want to exactly blend all of it. Just like that. And I'll play around with some. This here will just take a few touches. Some branches in there. I don't want them really super dark. I'll just put them in there, pop them in there. Different spaces, different places. Just like that. And all it takes really is a quick touch. Even back here, maybe pop one up there. Some up here. A couple up here if I can get away with it. Alright, just cute little things happening in there. And that's all I really need. No more, no less than that for right now. Alright, so we got these guys in the back. Okay. Which is cool. Let's go back into our dark color here. I kind of like the dark. I'm gonna take my umber, make it some more dark. Right here, right beside the light green, it doesn't matter, it's okay. Get some phthalo blue, because we're just making a dark for the grass. Got some red in there. No medium. I don't need any medium right now. Okay. Usually if I put the medium in there, it's really just to blend stuff, but I really don't need it right now for this type of setting. And what I'm going to do is establish still just groundwork. Okay. I like the patterns it gives. Okay. It's a path. I'll keep the path there. I'm messing around right now where to keep the giant tree bush or whatever I'm going to put there. And all I'm doing is just taking the dark, I'm just patting it. Now this padding that I'm doing is will also be repeated when I add the lighter tones for the grass. Alright, and that's all I'm doing. Everything really starts off with a base color first. Okay, now you can handle this any way you want. You can take a white brush and just brush it in if you would like. It's really your choice. I'm getting some more of the dark, more of the brown, more of the blue. It makes that deep greeny color. Okay, that's all. Because this is, once again, it's just me laying down the groundwork for this stuff. Alright, I don't think you really call it a path, it's just more of a walkway than anything else. But I'm still just patting it in there. This is just the groundwork right now. Even back here, it's okay. And basically I'm just getting rid of all that white. I won't totally get rid of all of it because of the way I'm putting the paint down in there, but it's okay. Some of the lighter color of green will help take care of that. And I'll just keep repeating it till I'm satisfied that I got enough of it out of there. Just like that. That's it. Alright. We can go into our lighter stuff and get a little bit of yellow. I didn't take the green off my brush. There's no need for me to do it. I'm going a little bit into the darker green. I'm going to get a little touch of medium now, just to thin up this paint. Remember, a thin paint will stick to a thick paint. I just want little patterns of, just light grass or whatnot. Sure, I can. We're gonna go on the left side here. My bad. I'm glad you reminded me. And I'll raise it up above that. There we go. Sorry about that. That's my fault. All right, we'll establish a little line here. I'm gonna use the brush, but I'm gonna use it toward like almost perpendicular to the paper, and it gives me that pattern like this. So you should be able to see the kind of the grass pattern. I do it right on the tape. Okay, and I just do it in patches. The more you tap, the more it goes into the darker green. Okay, just like this. Now remember, I'm on watercolor paper, so it bends and whatnot. But I'm not going to get rid of all that dark. You can make it hilly if you want. Up to you. I don't drag the paper. Don't drag the brushes. All right, you want to still keep that kind of look going with it. All right. Getting some more. And once again, I'm just gonna just tap a few. Some there. Some around in here. Up in here. Now I'll probably be going back over this again because I gotta put the sidewalk path in, and that's fine. Up in here, and remember this green will darken up as it dries. Okay, and plus it looks like the grass is kind of wild looking. Okay, all right, let's get some yellow. I'll put the yellow over here. Just tap a little bit of yellow. Now with the yellow, because this brush is not ultra thin, I'm gonna use a direct approach with this. Get a little more yellow, and we'll put a sunspot right up in here. Just tap it, just like that. Little specks of some sun going around right up in here, and maybe right up in here a little bit, just like that. And we'll put a couple of them in here, something like that, and we get more of it here. Now this is gonna go right into the it's gonna blend right into this darker green here. I don't have to put it everywhere. All right, so Pretty much looks like that. Okay, I really don't have to highlight um really too much. Okay, if I want to brighten up where the sun is directly hitting, I just add a little white. It's only in a certain spot anyway, like right up in here, just like that. So it'll be at least one bright spot, and that's it. That's about all. Maybe I can pop a couple in this direction, just a couple patches like that. Maybe up here where it's trailing a little bit, just like this, and maybe one here, just like that. So you got a bright spot here, bright spot here. Everything else is, can stay pretty much the way it is. Okie dokie then. Just clean off the brush. Like I said, I'll more than likely just keep using this brush. I enjoy it. Let's get some more. Well, before I do that, I gotta add some more brown. If I can find my tube. It's the umber. Come here. I need plenty for this bush tree right here. So what we're gonna do, because that's what we're concentrating on, right there, this area right in here. So I'll try to center the camera to where we can see it all. Alright. Okay. I didn't announce that I was doing this. So. Ooh. Now that is quite a bit. That is quite a lot. Actually. Wow. That is a massive amount of brown. But that's alright. We're going to work with it. I'm going to dip some blue into that brown. I'm going to take some of the brown. I'm going to just put it right here. Because that is a lot. Get some red. Put it right here. I'm going to utilize the brown anyway. So that's maybe not too bad. Just like this. Now remember, I want to maintain dark. Get the rest of this blue here. Okay. Now I can thin it a wee bit. Just a wee bit. A little bit. It just loosens up the paint a little bit. It'll travel a little bit more. Let's go to this. What's going to be this bush. And what I'm going to do, corner of the brush, just like this, go right into your blue sky there. Just like that. Come in a little bit. I'm just turning the brush over. I got a little more paint there. Just like that. I mainly want to concentrate on the edge. I don't care what's going on here. That don't matter. It's the edge I'm concerned about. It's going to be fairly dark down in here. Okay, and then all this here, I'll just tap it in there. It's no biggie. Okay, that's no big deal. All I want is pure dark in here anyway, because we're going to highlight and do all of that. But I'm showing you really basic work of doing any type of tree, mass of trees, whatever. You take this approach, it just makes life a lot easier for you. Alright, and I'm just using up the dark that I've created. And this is not black, it's not brown, it's a very deep green, extremely deep green, as a matter of fact. But it will appear black because of all the light you have around it. Alright, that's all, just like that. Okay, if my head's in the way, let me see. Yeah, my head was in the way, I'm sorry. I'll be mindful. I gotta be mindful of keeping my head out of the way like that. Okay, but there it is. It's also the thing of me being a lefty and everything's on my left side, making it easier to reach. But that is my fault, what I just did. I do apologize for that. Now, I gotta get into titanium white. Okay. Just like that. My paint's still on the brush. I'm getting into a little bit of yellow. Okay. Slight touch of blue. Slight touch. There. Just like this. Get a little more of that dark too. I'll put it in there. There. Now I gotta thin that up. Because remember, a thin paint will stick to a thick paint. So I gotta thin it up a little bit here. Okay. Once again, I'm just mashing my brush. It can take plenty of abuse. Alright, it looks like this. Alright. Okay, and we'll start putting in some leaf action in here. Corner of the brush. Not necessarily. I'll put some in there like that. I'm turning the brush around. Just like that. Bring some over here. You notice I'm not getting rid of all of the darks. It's just in patches. But these brushes are kind of wild and woolly. And that's fine. Go in different directions if you like. Each one will give you a different type of shape. See? Don't be afraid to experiment. Alright? You can go that way, this way with it. It's alright. Right now it just looks like a giant pine tree. But we're gonna add all sorts of stuff in there. Wood, like a bark and whatnot. Add it up in there. Then we're gonna paint over that too. Alright, so alright. It's all good. My Google timed out, or whatever it was, it timed out. Because I didn't shut off my other device that's using the internet. But we'll work it. We'll work at it. Alright, going back into a little bit of the brown and white again. And we're gonna add little bits of a little bit of bark in there, right? Just like that. We'll piece them in there. Coming in different sides there, just like this. Alright. Not completely one color. I'll just stroke little bits of branches in there, going straight up. Alright, right over what I have. It's getting a little more dark brown. Still have white on the palette knife. And here and there, little bits of branches or whatever sticking out. We'll put one right here, just right here, coming out like that. I'll have them join this other fella right there. Now, as I get this a little bit lighter, highlight some of these bushes. They'll cover up some of this wood here, just like that. All right. So we got all sorts of stuff happening in there, but we're gonna obscure some of those. Okay. So I'm gonna get a little bit of white. I'll put it in the corner here. Get a little bit of yellow, just like that. Just in one spot, right there. Just this. All right. Just to brighten it up a bit. And we're gonna come here and we're gonna give it a couple of nice little taps in there. It brings these branches out in front, obscures some of this other stuff, just like that. I'll pop some out here toward the edge, just like that. Put one or two maybe in there, and put some on the outside there. Get some more of this bright color. And pop some up in here. Mainly on kind of on one side, if anything else. Just like that. Brighten that up a little bit. And let's get a bright bush right there. Remember to maintain some of that dark in there. That helps you out. And I'm looking. I believe I don't really need to add too much more to this tree. Maybe something going on right there. I don't necessarily have to add any more to that. That's fine. Alright. You have to know when to stop. Now, I can keep it kind of wild and woolly like this. Alright. But I'm going to dip into this red. Just like that. So this deep red. And nothing added to it. If you want like little pretty flowers or whatnot, you pop a couple of these red spots in there. Just like that. Maybe a couple here, and it's coming around here a little bit. Some little red flowers. Put some way back here too, just a hint of some. Come over here on the other side. Let's lower the camera and bring it over here on the other side, right around in here. We'll put some of this red, like all in here, where it's kind of dark at there, like that. Put some of this back here. Maybe a couple here. Not too much. Just, some couple of things there. All right. But I just don't want it entirely red. We're gonna put some nice light blue ones in there too. Get a little bit of blue. I'll pick a spot here and touch of white in that blue. Get this blue to stick out a little bit, just like that. Okay, we'll start here, and we'll put some bright bluebell looking things in there, just like that. Now, when you add colors like this, it starts to pretty things up a little bit. Okay, so it doesn't look like the wild bush deep in the woods too far. There's a little bit of civility in here. Let's go over here on the other side. We're gonna put a few in here. Have it come toward the edge here, just like that. This is your discretion. Maybe you don't want the blue. Okay, if you don't want it, don't put it in there. No, just like that. We'll put a couple over here on the edge, just like that. Trail it. Have it trail up in there, and a couple here on the corner, just like that. I don't need any more than that. All right. So let's pull back. Let's look at the total picture so far. Okay, so that's what it's looking like as of right now. I have to be careful with the camera because it's bent at a certain angle and it's awkward. So one good tug, my whole rack is gonna go backwards. So I have to be mindful of that. All right, so we're checking out the whole deal. We have got some woods back there, got some trees. Okay, some of them are far back. You got this guy up here with his trunks sticking up there, whatnot. So it's pretty active. Okay, let's move to a guess we'll do a flat brush with this. I could do a palette knife, but we got a 3/4 inch brush. We're gonna take some of this brown, get some more white. I'll mix that in there, get some more brown, darken that up, but not necessarily one solid color. We'll marble it like that. We're gonna get a nice little path going right here. Can you guys see that? Yes. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go on side, I'm gonna just dip. It's gonna be a little dip in there. Okay, a little groove going. Right now it appears one color, but I'll be changing that shortly. It's like a little dip in the path. And it's the base color anyway. Take some of that same brown, that dark brown, deep brown, and lightly just go over it like this. You see what I'm doing? Get some more using the side of the brush. Okay, especially like right here where it kind of bends. You can kind of finagle that around a little bit. Get some more, nothing but the dark brown right now. Just like that. Come on down with it. A little deeper. There we go. A little deeper on one side. Just like that. It slides around. Right here. Give me a little slide there. And we're going to come on the other side and dip it around a little bit. Just like so. Bring it right in there. Smooth some of that out. Just like so. A little water brush or water thing right here. Now, as you see, I did it. It looks a little too manicured, but we're gonna do stuff with that too. So you'll see. Because essentially most of this is already done. Okay. Now I can take a palette knife. I'll show you with this. Go get like a little bit of this gray white, brownish white stuff here. All right. your discretion if you want to use it. And I'll just go in the same path, just like that. So it looks like gravel, dirt, or whatever. Just go right on across with it. See that? Make it look all grimy, gritty, or whatnot. Come here, do the same thing, a little downward stroke. If you get enough of it on your palette knife. There. It's not enough. Well, I mean, it's enough, but and I'll just keep dipping it here. Need a little more white. There. Just like that. Let it grab and do whatever. Just like that. And put a little bit on the side here. Just like that. There. Alright. Don't have to play piddle and puddle with it all day. Okay. I'm going to get a smaller flat. I do have one. It's just me looking for it right now. I do got a little fella. Matter of fact, I got it. I have to go reach for it. Little tiny guy. This little bitty one. It might be even too small, but I'm gonna use it anyway. All right, just gonna dip into some brown. It's a little fella. Get in some blue, but I'm gonna use this brush. It's cool. Need something extremely dark. For right now, I'll do it here. I'll get a post started right here. This is why I wanted it kind of tiny. A little post right there. I'll put a little post right there. Getting some more blue. Getting a little bit of brown. Just make it. All I need right now is a dark color. And this brush is so thin and so tiny. Okay. Just like that. Just darken it right up. And we're gonna get another one. We'll get another one right here. And they're gonna get a little taller. Right up in here. Just like that. And you're gonna get one a little bit taller right around in here. Just like that. Alright, I think you guys can see this. What I'm doing here. I'm not gonna get too close because we gotta glaze in this guy. Oh, let's put it right. Let's put one right up in here. Just like that. Right about here we'll start. Getting a little more brown. Get a little more blue. Put it right in there. I need it just quite frankly. Just a dark. Just like that. I'll put one right up in here like this. Have it come a little bit past it. Then we're gonna get a taller one right here. And we're gonna keep him growing just like this. He needs to be dark. Get him a little taller. It also helps with perspective. Okay, and it brings you into the painting. We get a thicker one right here going off the page there. Just like that. So you clearly see a little path going on here. Alright. And we just need that right now. No more, no less. Everything else is pretty much set. Alright. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the tape. Let's put this little guy right back again. And I'm going to read, see if we got any questions or anything. Hey Chrissy. Alright, how are you? Okay, I didn't post that I was doing this. Impromptu deal, because I'll more likely if I get done in time I'll be looking at Ian anyway. So give me a little time to escape and get this done. Alright, so I maxed off log cabin house cottage looking whatever I'm gonna put there. No big deal. Alright. Like I say, the clouds aren't anything really super spectacular. They're just there in the background. Okay. The fence posts right now, I didn't put them all the way up to the house because we're gonna do something with the house. All right. So I got an X-Acto knife. I'm gonna carefully peel this stuff off. get to see that I'm going to take this house and I will incorporate it right into the background and slash foreground. Alright, and I'm just peeling the tape right off, and there you go. So I free-handed this thing. Usually if I was going to mask and do this, I would have added all sorts of detail in black and, you know, handled it that way. There's so many different ways to try to approach doing something like this. Okay, so this is just one of the ways, and like I said, I did freehand it and whatnot. So all right, let's get this show on the road here, keep it moving. Okay, I'm gonna generally just block in everything right now. This is just one way of doing it. I'm just gonna block her in with primarily a dark color. I'll work on the actual physical house right now. So what I'm gonna do just to block in the color. All right, I used the brown. I got it right in the green because it doesn't really matter. I got a little bit of red here. I'll put the red in here too. Add a little character. Who cares? A little bit of white. Pop it in there. Okay, just like this. And really a little bit of medium just to spread the paint around, thin it out. All right, because I'll add other stuff on it. Right now I'm just blocking in the house. Okay, and remember, you're working with a cube shape no matter how it's designed. You're going to have a light and a dark side. Follow me. Obviously the darker side is going to be over here. All right, the sun is kind of coming from, you know, this direction, so it'll be lighter here, darker over there. All right, okay, we're going to quickly put this in here. I'm going to work on the body of the house first. All right, all right, so I'm blocking in color. Does it have to be one color? Not necessarily. I'm going to show you right now. It can be a patchwork. It doesn't matter because this is just a framework, you know, just like this. And you block it in there. Who cares what's going on there? You just want color. Everything else will come a little bit later. Okay. All right. So I got the burnt umber and just titanium white. I'm going to thin the paint a little bit. Get the paint a little loose. All you're doing is thinning the paint. It does not change the color value. Not the medium. The medium won't, the medium's clear. It's not changing the color value. It's just loosening up the paint. Okay. But what I am going to do later on is just really glaze it on. Now these umbers and blues and certain reds, they stain anyway. Okay. So like I said, I'm just blocking in stuff. It doesn't matter. Block it in. This doesn't even matter if we're going to have grass covering some of this or a bush or whatnot. So don't fret. And remember, I'm working on paper. I'm not working on canvas. So the glycerin is actually going to soak into the paper. So this is still going to dry by the time I get to any detailing or glazing. Alright, so you got to kind of know your mediums, what you can and cannot do. Okay, if that makes any sense. Okay, so we did this part. All good. While I'm at it here, we can just flesh this out. This is the dark part of the house, you know, that little part that juts out a little bit. So we'll just put that in there right now, just like this. No big deal. Just get rid of a couple birds with one stone, that's all. Just like that. Block it right in there. Alright. So you see it's starting to come together already. Alright, we're going to go on the darker part of this house, which is that over here on this side. So I'll just get some more umber. Alright. And put it right into the mix I already have. And will it make a difference? Yes, it will. It doesn't take too much. Let's get to this spot right here. Let's just block it in. Usually when you do stuff like this, your house or animals get to be a little bit larger because we're not machines, you know. But don't fret too much. Now, if I feel it's not dark enough, I can just go over it again. But then again, I can also glaze it too, which is what I am going to do anyway. But there you go. Alright. So I can get this darker if it looks too close to the other side. And I'll show you how to do that. Hashtag don't panic. Anyway, but it is darker regardless. All right. So there go the lighter side of the house, darker side of the house. All right. Okay. Let's get a little bit of red. We're gonna put the red right in where the brown is. Mix it right in there. Get a little brown. Put it in there too. It's a little reddish, darky, umber-ish type of thing going on here. All right. We'll play around with some of that green too because I can, and it's my house. All right. Let's slap some of this roof on here. We're gonna go in the direction first off. Let's get that straight right here. There. And we'll just go this way in this direction. It's all wood, so just like that. Just put it right in there. Now you see the variations in the colors, even though I work with a generally simple palette. The reason why I work with a simple palette because if a beginner want to try this, they don't need 1400 different colors on their palette, and all they're going to get is frustrated and confused. Alright, so I'm pretty much, what I'm doing is a jumping off point of how to get people started. If they want more detailed stuff like that, they can go to Ian and Chrissy and all others, so I'll artistically pass the buck. Sometimes, every once in a while, I will go ahead and go that extra mile and really put detail and texture and all of that. It all depends on my mood and how I'm feeling at the time, you know. But alright, there you go. You got three different colors of brown with just a mixture of red and that is the umber with the red in it. And then you got the umber with white. And then you just added more umber to the white. So you got the three different colors, but it's still burnt umber. Alright. I turned this into almost a sienna because I added more red. Because remember, sienna is a brown with more red. Alright. Umber is a brown with more green. Alright, so I know I did not use a tube of green paint. Alright, I just used umber and phthalo blue and it come out with this green. And I just added yellow and white. It gives me this. So the different variations of green never came out of the tube. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean everything is right here. Alright. And for those of you who are kind of familiar with how I set my colors up, they're usually on the they're usually over here, and there's no green there. Titanium white, burnt umber, phthalo blue, cad yellow. This is alizarin crimson. It's just a very deep red. Okay. All right. Okay, let's get to getting here. I can really have a little fun with this and use the palette knife to do what I would like to do, or I could just stick with the brush because people are more apt to be a little more welcoming to a brush. So this brush keeps a fairly good chiseled edge, so maybe I'll just keep playing with this. Alright, I'll just marble the white and the black. I don't want it all one color. I got a fairly decent edge to it. Alright, let's start over here, the lighter side, and we'll just take the brush. This is really dependent on you and how you want to do it. Now if you're a little shaky on perspective and all of that, I do have a video that on the YouTube page that explains how to do it. Alright, but right now I'm just gonna pop in some little log cabin looking stuff here, just like that. Alright, and we're gonna just keep doing that. Now you think it might be a little monotonous doing it, but believe me, it goes by quicker than you think. Okay, and I'm just tapping it in there. I'm not necessarily keeping it all one color. Where's the fun in that? And I'll just keep going down and down with it. Alright, get a little thicker here. And sometimes it just takes a gentle touch sometimes. I get a little more white, pop it in there. towards the edge if I can, just like that. Pop in a little more brown. And all I'm doing really is just marbling the thing. And just bring it on across. Just like that. And we're going to get smaller and smaller as we get up to the towards the top there. Get a little more brown, pop it in there. A little bit of white maybe on one side or whatever. Keep it interesting. And I'll just keep going opposite direction using the chiseled edge of the brush. I'll just keep it moving. Turn the brush over, you got to paint on the other side. Keep it moving. But you guys get to see the texture and all of that. This little band is a little light for me, so I'll just brown them out a little bit. Just a little, just like that. Okay, we get toward the dark edge back there in the back. A little more umber than anything else. Right back here. And just try to match it right there in that corner. Okay, and just go back with it. Match it up as far as best as you can. As we're going through this, it will dry because I don't have too much glycerin on it, so it will dry up on you. And you can still glaze. I'll show you that. I'll show you how to go about that, because there's so many different ways to do stuff like this, and it's fun to do. Okay. All right. Hey, Benny. Gingerbread house. Just about. Just about. Okay, let's do something with where's my little brush? If I can't find that, I'll just use this guy. It's no big deal. Just about, Ben. There we go. It's the dark side. Get a little bit of white. Tap, 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 tap. Alright. Doesn't take a lot of effort. And you get the light side of the chimney there. Just like that. And then you're done. See how easy that was? Pop a little shadow down there. Shadow might be a little light, but we can glaze that. But let's put the shadow there. Just like that. Alright. Don't worry about it being light. We're going to do something with that. Hashtag don't panic. Everything's a technique. Maybe my technique will work for you. Maybe it will not, and somebody else's will. But at least you have an option. You can always come back and review it and say, what did this idiot do to achieve that? Alright. Okie dokie. Remember, this brush has a particularly... Let me get some more blue while I'm running my mouth. This brush has a particularly... It keeps a pretty sharp edge. So I can do what I'm about to show you here. Alright. We got that little... This little rim of the house here. And we'll keep that fairly dark-ish. Alright. So I'm just got the blue and the brown going. Let's put some red in there to kill some of that green. Alright. Like I say, this brush keeps a fairly sharp, chiseled edge. If you're a little scared, a little worried about being free-handing this thing, use a ruler if you have to. There's no, it depends on how detailed you want to go with it. But as you can see with a straight edge, and my hand's fairly steady too. I've been doing this for quite a while. Before I was painting, I did a lot of pen and ink work and comic book stuff and all that, so I'm not really worried about going outside edges and stuff like that. I can go through this fairly quickly. Um, Cause I did other stuff before I started to do the painting thing, so I kind of can buzz right through this. All right, let's go on the trim on the other side here, and we're just gonna follow it around. And like I say, all of this also helps with your perspective, also. So stop it right there. Turn my brush around because I got more paint on the other side, so it's no big deal. Just like so. That part's a little stubborn, but that's alright. We're gonna get you. Alright. So, there you go. This stuff is still kind of tacking up. But let's do something. I did tell you about I wanted to show you about glazing. Alright, here we go. Look down below. We'll pick a spot, right? Let's get rid of some of this paint. I have thicker plastic here. It's like this industrial plastic stuff. I can actually reuse this, just wipe it off with a sponge. So that's what I believe I may do. Okay, which is why I'm scraping it with a knife, because it takes it. This is very, very thick plastic, so it's going to take a little something to kind of ruin its day. But we're going to get rid of some of this paint here. All right, get rid of some of this stuff. All right, let's get some medium here. Remember, this is glycerin and a little lotion, whatever. We'll put it right here. All right, like you see, it's clear. All right, now some of this dark that I already have, I'm wiping off our brush. Some of this dark is pretty cool, and we're gonna mix it right in there like that. Now this is gonna be to get a little more blue. Put it right in there, just like that. Get a little brown. Put it right in there. Slight touch of red. This makes a great shadow color. The red kind of neutralizes that green that this makes because I'm using umber. Alright, but you see it's more medium than color. Okay, but this is how you can get your glaze on. Alright, I might want it a little darker than that, but we're gonna find out. I think I want it a little darker. Who am I kidding? Alright, so that's all it is, just goop right now. Okay, we're gonna get a little shadow side going up around here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is it's gonna come at an angle, like from here, and it'll probably go down like that. But it's just a glaze, so there we go. We just glaze it on there, boom, and we're gonna glaze it on. See that? There, no fuss, no muss. There you go, instant glaze on that side there, just like that. See that nice little shift? And just let it dry. You follow me? If I want this more in shadow, I can do the same thing, but we're gonna put the house in shadow right up in here. Look at that, just like that, that quick. All right, just like that. And I might as well show you, because why not? Well, let's do this. Let's do it this way. Little triangle thing, a little curve like that, maybe something like this. Nah, let's just color the whole thing, just like that. It'll cover up, and you just let it dry. If you want it darker, you just go over it again. But now look at the color shift difference. You follow me? Okay, I'm cleaning off the brush. Half in, half out. Look at that. See that? Yeah. See how you fade that out like that? Okay. So it's not such a sharp line. All right. Pretty slick, right? Okay. Let's get to let's throw a door in there. The door is gonna be pretty dark. Phthalo blue, alizarin crimson, extremely dark. Don't have to add brown at all. Now that's a little bit more on the blue side. Get a little more red. Put it in there. Put it in there pretty deep. Pretty good, rather. All right. There. Even though this is a deep purple, it's going to appear black in relation to the colors you see. So for those who popped on or who will pop on in the future, all of that is not black. That's actually umber and blue, a little bit of red in it. But it appears black, but it's not. If I took black and put it there, you would definitely tell it's not black. All right. Okay, door. Oh, we'll make the door this high. Boom, like this. And go straight down. Go straight down. Go straight down like that. And try to keep it as straight as you can. Now, I gotta get the door a little wider right about here. So get some more of this dark stuff. Put the door right here. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. We'll put little wood grains or whatever to flesh it out a little bit more. But anyway, door. Alright, alright. Let's get some more of this dark stuff here. And we'll pop in a window. Right around in here somewhere. Pop one. Like that. We'll pop one right in there. And we'll add a frame or whatever to it. But right now we just pop in the door. Oh, tiny bit of medium. Loosen up the paint just a little bit. Gather it. Like I said, this brush maintains a pretty decent sharp edge. Alright. Oh, we'll put one right here. Little small guy right in there. So if a bear happens to walk in, it eats the parents to kick and listen to all the crunching right here from the privacy of his own room. Alright, so we got a little window up in there. Alright, get some more blue. Let's get some more of this red too. Pop it in there, a little more red than that. And you just mix it and stir it around. See? Just keep on blending it. You'll get there with it. Umber, alizarin crimson. Alright. Okie dokie then. Now, where I got the window and the door, keep trailing it, is right about here. Alright, there's a little dot there. Let's bring this in a little bit. And we'll pop it right here. Okay, so you still got to keep in mind and in line with your perspective. Bottom of the window is about right there. Alright, so now you kind of know where it is, and put at a slight angle there, like that. Alright, and you're going to do another one. The other one would be further down, like this. And this one here is like that. Just got to keep the perspective angle right. Alright, so it kind of looks like that. Alright, now they look like busted out windows or whatever, but we'll lighten it up and we'll do something with it. But much like this. Okay. Now, if that shadow part is not deep enough, it's alright. Do one of these numbers. Really put it in there, just like that. Okay. So now that's a shadow. Alright, so now you see that. Okay. Alright. Remember this guy right here? Remember that? Add that shadow right in there with this fella, just like that. Let's get a little brown here. And darken him up a little bit there. Just like so. Have him bleed in there like that. There. Of course you guys didn't see exactly what I did, but all I did was darken in that chimney. Alright. But that's what she's looking like so far. And now you can see the contrast with the light hitting the sunlight, the lighter grass. Okay, if you come over here, there goes the lighter grass. Alright. Now let's get over here. I need a separation. Alright. I still got the color on my brush, but we're going to take the glycerin Dip my brush in the glycerin and just rub it right in here like this. Okay, there. More glaze than paint. Get a little bit more. More glaze than paint. Just like this. Alright. Um, right from here, why not? And just put it in there. Just like that. Instant shadow. Look at that. See this? Instant shadow. Just like that. Okay. You see that? Now, let's pull the camera back. Let's raise it up a little bit. There. Now you see the difference. Now you see where the sunlight's hitting. You follow me? Let's get even more slick, shall we? Watch what I'm going to do. Path got sunlight all in it, but one half of that does not need it. So we're gonna go down a Dewberry here, and we're gonna do a half load. All right. I like this type of dark right here, so I'm just gonna darken only one half of my brush. I'm gonna go back and forth, darken one half of the brush, back and forth. One side is dark, one side is not. Ready, set, go. And you bring it on around. Come on back. Just like that. Go back around in the curve. I want it a little bit darker, so I'm gonna go back and forth again. Pure paint on one side. I'm still doing it in the glycerin. It's all right. And we're gonna get it a little darker. Boom. Just like that. Darken up that spot right in there. I might even want it darker than that, so we get a little bit of red. Right on the same corner of the brush. Get a little brown in there. Same corner. Just get some glycerin here. Loosen that paint. Get a nice transition. It's dark on one side, clear on the other. And just keep going over it until you're satisfied with the effect that you're getting. Alright, just like so. Alrighty then. Let's put this brush away for 1 second. We're going to go back to that miniature brush. Oh, let's get another one. I see the other one. This one here is a little larger. You guys can see this tip here. This guy, little fella. All right, go back into our blue. Right here. Gonna go into our brown right here. We're gonna go into our red. I'm gonna make it nice and dark. Just like this. All right. Let's continue some of these posts right in here. Now I'm getting kind of detailed and whatnot, but that's cool. Just like that. Same thing. We got one here, and just darken him back up. Let's darken this guy back up, and let's darken this guy back up right there, like that. And make him a little bit darker too. Fence post, right? And we're gonna darken this guy. Go straight down, just like that. So we're gonna reinforce the darks on these people. Then brush, just like that. Go to the side, and you're gonna tap in a few, just like that. A little more blue, a little more red. Strengthen this one a little more. And we're gonna continue that one. Put one right here, just like that. Okie dokie. Hold on for 1 second. Okay. Nobody's saying anything. You guys can talk to me. I don't bite. A little bit of white. We're gonna put the white right about here. A little bit of brown. We'll put the brown right about here. A little more white. Use the side of the brush. Sunlight's coming from this side. So, sunlight's coming from this side, okay? Can you guys see that? Yes, you guys can see it. Sunlight's coming from this side. You just take it and just gently drag it. Just like that. Instant wood grain. All right, do it again. From the side, take it, side of the brush, drag down. Some of it will catch, some of it will not. Turn the brush around, do it again. Just like that. And you're going to do it again. Gotta add the sound effects or it doesn't work. Alright. We got one right here. We just tap, because he's a little guy. We just tap that in there. Let's get a little more white. Let's brighten those up a little bit. A little more white. We just tap on right at the tip there. And little things like this. Just like so. Alright. Okay. A little more white. I got plenty of brown on the brush. A little more white. Go on the other side over here. Tap it. Like that. Tap that one too. Just like that. Tap. And side of the brush. Like that. Side of the brush. Oh, this one here. And we do the same thing. Why not? Keep it going with it. And we'll just brighten up the ends. Just like so. Alright. Chrissy, busy listening to me. Why would you want to listen to a middle-aged black man with a lisp? Alright. Let's do something with these rather dark doors. Alright, look like we're making the haunted mansion or something. Okay. Let's get some make pretend wood grain going here. And we'll bring it down here like this. Give him a wooden door. We'll add a little streaks and crap to it. Get a little bit dark brown. And we're going to take this dark brown, add some quick shadows on that guy. No, but the umber. Just like that. Get a little more paint than that though. Pretty dark there. Just like that. Fade the rest of that out. Just like so. Alright. Let's get rid of some of that dark there on the edge too. Don't need it. There. And bring it right down. Boom. Just like so. Alright. Alright. And while I'm thinking about it and I'm here. Oh, even though it's dark, it's okay. We'll lighten bits and pieces of that. Don't worry. Even down in here, I know it's dark, but that's okay. Wood frame on this guy right on the side here. We'll just give him a half and half like that up there. Alright, let's clean off the brush. Little thin, tiny piece of a brush I got here. Get a little bit of titanium white, just a wee bit, because the brown obviously is thick and it's still wet, so we'll just play around with some a little bit of titanium, right? Get little baby highlights in there, just a little something in there like that on one side. Nothing really extravagant. Even here, just rub it in there, because it's not going to be totally white on that side, just something like that. And let's give it a little bit of inside in there like this. It takes a little touch, just like that. Now remember, if it appears to be a little dark, or a little light, it will darken up. So don't worry, don't fret. Hashtag don't panic. We're gonna go on the opposite side here with this guy, just like that, and then we're gonna come on the bottom, just like that. You thought I forgot about this one up here, didn't you? Yes, you did. Be honest. My Alzheimer's didn't kick in fully yet. There. Just like that. And give him a little wisp right across. Alright. Alright. Oh, you guys didn't see that. But he was only a little half window up there. I'm going to brighten him up a little more. Just a little bit more. Right in here. Right up on the top there. just like that. All right, all right. But as you see, it dried up. You still see your little patterns and stuff through there, and you can still see the. Just turn on the light here. You guys can still see all the grain and everything, but everything's still dark. You can still see some of the grass in here. Okay, so everything's kind of working itself pretty cool here. You still see the shadow area in here. All right, so we're about 98% done with this thing, believe it or not. Let's dry brush some wear and tear on that roof. All right. All right. Let's get a flat brush that looks something like this guy. Let's zoom in on the roof up here. I'm looking at the time of 3:12. We still got a little time left. All right. As you see, it's got this weird rusty brown looking thing happening here. That's cool. We can keep with that, I guess. Let's get some of this not cad red, this alizarin crimson. I'll just pat it on the side down here. Pat it on the side. I'll just rub it right here. No big deal. A little bit of red here, just like that. I was gonna go into the white, but that's just not necessary. We'll use yellow. Okay, just like that. A little more yellow, brighten it up a little bit. Just using the yellow on this brown. All right, trust me, it's better this way. As you ladies like to say when you break up with somebody. All right, we're gonna just kind of dry brush some little streakies in there, just like this. Look at that. Go any direction you want. Just go in the right direction. If that made any sense. Go in any direction you want, as long as it's the right direction. All right. I would use more yellow if I had more yellow, so now I gotta go into the white just a little bit. And I use the smallest bit of white because I really don't want it to be accentuated like that. And you just try brush some stuff up in there just like that. Get that wear and tear going. Another touch of white, and I'm blending it right into this weird orangey stuff here. Don't have to be even and symmetrical anywhere. Okay, but much like this, put some in there. I'm just pressing it down there. Scrumble some of that mess on there like that. Bring it on down. Put some on the chimney too. Okay. Kind of quote unquote ugly it up a little bit, like so. All right. See? Okie dokie then. We're gonna deepen that a little bit more too. So I'm just cleaning off my brush. We still got that glaze working too. Okay, remember? We still got that glaze. This stuff here. Remember that? I bet you thought I forgot, huh? I bet you forgot. So we're gonna glaze on some of that deep color there. Right here. On this guy right here. We're just gonna deepen it up a little bit. Just like that. Kinda set him in there a little better. Just like so. Alright. As I'm looking at it and looking at it and looking at it, I guess I can get a little bit of brown, get a little bit of white, like this, and get a little trim on this guy here. I'm just using the corner of the brush here, just like that. Put some on this side of this window here. I'm just using the corner angle of the brush here. If you're not too sure yourself doing it this way, then get yourself a smaller brush. I can understand if you're a little intimidated doing it like this. Believe me, I feel your pain. If you don't feel comfortable doing it this way, then don't. Okay, I understand. Alright, just like so. Now does that look like a beat up weathered piece of house there? Let's get some pure dark umber here. Okay, ready? Some of that little bits of grout or whatever you want to call it. I'm just overlapping a little bit so it maintains some kind of a straight line. All right, get some more. It also helps with your perspective a little bit too. All right, but she's looking kind of rough, a little raggedy, like it's been through a few storms or two, or three, or 90. And that's kind of what you want if you want something like kind of weathered, kind of beat down. All right. So you take all of that into consideration. And remember, I didn't put a ruler to this. This is all freehand. You guys can do the very same thing. Maybe you guys might need a traceable or something like that. And I've done a few of those also. And I'm just using straight umber right from the tube there. Okay. All sorts of stuff happening. Wipe off the loose stuff. All right, we're 98% done. Let's incorporate this house into the rest of the painting, meaning that you got to put a little something something down there on the base of the house. Okay. All right, let's put this brush away. We're on the home stretch here. I could use the bigger brush, but I don't want to. Let's use a smaller guy. Let's go here and let's zoom in a little bit. We don't need to look at the rest of the house. We need to zoom in on the bottom because now you want to incorporate the house into the painting a little bit more. All right. Okay. So we're gonna put it right here. Okay. Let's put away this brush and just use a smaller. It's still an oil painting brush. All right. Over this. What kind of blue do I have? I got any blue left? No, not really. Anything to write home about, as you can see. So I need a little touch of. Now it's funny because I'm at the last stage of this painting and I done ran out of yellow, ran out of blue. But it's a good thing. So we get a little touch of yellow here. It's a very good thing. We're almost done, guys. But I do thank you for like I said, this is kind of impromptu. I just popped on here. I might do another one later tonight because I really don't have much going on. It's a very rare time on a Friday. I don't have something happening, so I got to take my opportunities and my advantage when I can. All right, blue, green, or blue and yellow make obviously green. We're gonna darken up that green with a little bit of red. All right, all right, a little more blue and yellow there. I can deepen that with a little bit of brown to get that out of it. Oh, that's the cap to the. I wonder why it's looking like that. It's the cap to the paint. All right. Anyway, enough of that. Let's throw some grass in there of some sort. We're just gonna just tap a few of them up in there like that. It's all right. That's stuff like this, or maybe a bush. I'll put a bush in there, just like that. Come over the door. Come onto the grass like this. Yeah, something like that. We're gonna put a little something right here on the side, up here, just up here, right against the house, and it comes out a little bit like that. It comes down, come down here like this, right across the pole there. Let's get that little dark right there. All right. Okay, I think that's pretty cool. It stays like that, and we can put some of that because this is dark green. It's all right, and we'll tap some of that up in there because you want to just obscure the bottom of the house. Okay, you follow me? So some of that going across the door or whatnot, that's fine. All right, we're gonna take the very tip of this brush. Oh, I got yellow. We'll put the yellow in there. Okay, tip of the brush, very tiny. And remember the sunlight's hitting over here, so we're gonna add little. Yep, you guys can see that just plain as day. It's gonna seem extremely bright for the simple reason that the light's shining on it right now. All right, just like that. We'll put a couple of them hanging around up there like this, just like that, and then leave it alone. That's all you need. Don't bother it anymore. All right, don't overdo it. Let's go over here. Bush on the far side. Give it a little bit of shape there, like that. Keep some in the dark, come around. Keep some in the dark, come around, just like that. All right, just like so. A little something there. Okay, my tape is coming off. I can feel it, but that's all right. All right, I got some of this stay glow green here. So I'm going to come over on the other side. Let's go up here for a second. I really technically don't need this, but just for a little separation, I'll brighten it up a little bit. Just a little separation from the other guys. And so I'm just very coyly just shaping out this plant up in here, just a little bit, just like that. Get some more of this neon green, and I'm gonna just flesh out some things up here, up on the top here, right here, just a little bit, here and there, just like that. Okay, I really don't believe I need anything else. Okay, one final step. I always like to do this because this reinforces also perspective. You don't necessarily have to do what I'm about to do, but this kind of works if you really want to sell the perspective in your painting. If the Let's go back down here because this is it. Then I'm gonna sign my name. All right, let's put this brush away. This script liner. Do I really want to? Yeah, why not? A couple of ways you can do it. I guess I'll do it with the script liner. Let's go into the water. No glycerin, just water. Let's loosen up some white paint. I don't care if it mixes in with the brown. It doesn't really matter at this stage and point. All right. Okay. So, don't necessarily have to add the little wires or whatnot. Come here, but it'll help sell the painting. Go halfway in there like that. All right. So that line is going a little. It's angled downward. Let's get this one going on a little angle upward, and then we get one right here in the middle, just like that. Go halfway in. All right. Then we'll straighten it out. Go from here halfway in. Go here halfway in. Another one. Go halfway in. Go on. You got to follow the perspective on it. All right. Let's do this one here. This one comes like so. I'll put them a little thick so you guys can actually see this. Just like so. Alright. Just getting more paint. And we get some baby ones in there. It's going upward. Kind of sell that perspective a little bit. One there. One there. One there. Alright. Okay, let's do it again. One there. One there. One there. Okay, and still with the same three. Keep it going. Some of this paint will catch, some of it will not. Leave it. Don't go back over it. Leave it alone. All right, we got one here. We got one here, and we got one here. Uh-oh, that one fell. That one's busted. Oh man, that one fell down there. It popped. Oh well. All right, let's look at something. Let's slide this over. If you want to really include somebody into the painting, all right. Now, you see that I have nothing here. You can leave it like that. That would be great. Up to you. I dare to be different. Watch this. Right off the page. Boom. That it's like you're gonna walk right into the painting. See that? A little thicker. It's coming towards you. Just like that. Brings you right into the painting. Alright. Up to you if you would like to do it like that. Here, you can do the same thing. If you would like. Oh, gets a little thicker. Boom. Just like that. Alright. Oh, we're gonna do this one too. Come straight down. Gets a little wider. Just fell it down here too. Comes a little wider. There. Alright. Let's get rid of this camera, because we're near the end here. Let's get a little more white. A little water. A little white paint here. Okay, let's put my name right. Oh, let's put it higher above, because somebody would like to buy this thing or whatever. Put my signature there. It may cover it, it may not. And there we go. Alright, I do appreciate and I do thank you guys for watching this. Artfully Yours with Diana will have master artiste watercolor artist Ian Jackson. I'm gonna check him out. We got about almost 40 minutes before he comes on. So he starts at 4 o'clock. It's called Artfully Yours with Diana. It's a really cool channel. She was on earlier before. Um, and they're on from 4 to 6, and very interesting discussions. Um, they are great. Let's pull this back. And there's no tape on this. This is just pure painting. So let's put it right here, and you guys should be able to catch all of this. But there she is. Let's turn the light off. All right. Oswana, sweetheart, how are you? It's good to see you, Oswana. No problem, Bruce. So if you did catch this, I acknowledge you, and I think hey, I thank Ben for stopping by. Good grief, someone's knocking on the door. Anyway, does that mean somebody's bothering me? So now I gotta cut out. Okay, guys, that's just perfect. All right, I'll check you guys when I check you. But enjoy. I will post this up, and I will catch you guys later while I answer the door. That's why he barked. All right, guys, peace out, and thank you for watching.